I look too good to be efficient.
Yeah.
Because I look too good to be efficient.
Yeah.
Because I look too...
And we're live. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good day.
Good morning. It is so early.
Tomorrow.
It is. We have to schedule things as we can do it, right?
Yep. Yes, indeed.
I'm a little worried about our
Let me
audio.
get to my notes. Would you like me to...
Should I use my microphone, James?
No, you sound good.
Sweet.
You guys sound good. I'm just worried about the echo thing
Hold up
again.
and see. Let's have a listen, shall we? Well. No, sounds fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
Hey, Scarlett the Harlot, how does our audio sound?
Hi, buddy.
Do we sound okay? Are there any weird
don't
echoes or
know.
anything like that? What did he say?
Maybe asleep.
He said sounds good.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hey, still awake.
All right, good.
Good morning.
So we're back for, I believe this is episode 5 of Entropy. Good morning, everybody. Can we get, I'd like somebody else to recap what happened last time. What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
What do you think, Alden Everhart? You want to do that? Or
Oh, man. All right, let me see. I think I can remember. Recall. I believe we started with our training with Master Crow. All right, good. And from there, everybody is proficient, great sports, and Roscoe got badass feet. We then went on and took our first I believe, culture lesson, I believe is what it's called. We had our time. We've learned that next the villain water. Not sure why. You're a woman. Uh-oh, my internet connection is unstable.
you're a little wibbly wobbly. We'll do
Okay.
your thing for a second. Yeah.
Do the dance, do the dance.
This actually fixed
Boogie Wonderland.
align with the waves. Internet's a series of tubes, you see. Anyways,
It's all about the music, baby.
it's all about the music, baby. Everybody did their chores and got tasks done. There was some stud, which I completely failed at, but a lot of people were successful, or a lot of people found strange magical books and began studying them, and I roll my eyes at them. But overall,
It's going to be okay.
We had a
It'll
great-
be all okay.
overall, we had a great time, and we're learning a lot. And I've had the time of my life. Which is, I hope, is what Vorty's gonna sing when we graduate.
Oh, I'm definitely Jennifer Grey. I'm gonna be doing that live. Someone's gotta hold me up. Roscoe, someone's gonna hold me up.
Yeah, he was born for this.
Maybe it'll be like the end of An Officer and a Gentleman.
Oh my gosh. Can't wait.
And Adam Ann will stride into the back of the school and pick up 40 and carry him out. Mm-hmm. 40 will put his hat on.
Oh, can I not show my branded coffee cup?
I don't think it matters.
What? We're famous. Come on.
Uh-huh.
Just don't leave it on set. Ugh.
Oh, okay, Daenerys.
Can you believe it made it all the way to air?
Daenerys, that was your cup. The shame queen.
Dragon ducks.
Not only did it make it to air, it was a complete accident. You know, like
And then
I
the
could-
water bottle and
But the
Little
water, no,
Women.
that was like one of several.
yeah. I mean, I
That's
could
what they
There's like a
want.
Yeah.
water bottle on the ground.
I
Like,
could see some, you know.
in broad daylight. I could see that coffee one because it's all dark. No one can really. It's like, oh, they all look the same. But in broad daylight, there's a water bottle on the ground, people. It reflects light.
I mean, it would make more sense to me with some chaotic evil production assistant. You know,
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I
sneaking
do. I
stuff
think
in
it
there
was
right
on
before
purpose.
they, you know, because how does that happen
They-
on accident?
They totally did that on purpose. Like,
Yeah.
we're not getting paid enough for this crap, and you know they're making a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck 'em
Or
up.
it's just like a harmless prank. You know what would be really funny?
It's like they're gonna see it and they're gonna call cut, right?
The plan has gone too far.
Shit! The show, you guys. Okay, nobody say anything. It wasn't us.
Okay, well, it will be the next day at the Lazuli Institute, and lights come on at 5 a.m. Ka-chunk.
That's the sound they make? The chunk?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pops up out of bed, ready to go.
oh,
Same with that.
again with these lights.
I really hate this place.
Good morning, everybody. He immediately grabs his great axe that he put next to his bed. Now that he has great weapon master.
I grab my pillow and I
Wing it
just
around.
throw it at 40's bed to wake him up. But I'm barely awake.
40 sips the last bits of juice he has left. This is doing a number on me.
Do you guys remember what chores you were supposed to be doing?
I do.
Unfortunately, yes.
Hey, shit's funny, man.
And time I will go and do the chore before that hour because it's a hard work scrubbing the mat.
It is, and you know, if you leave those stains on there overnight, it's harder to get them out.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I go hang out with Franz. Alright, Franz. Bonjour.
Ah, good morning, Vorty. I need to work on my French accent.
I think it's perfect.
I think it's as insulting as possible. Yeah.
Good morning.
Listeners.
Bonjour, my friend, mon ami.
Why don't you go ahead and head downstairs and see if there are any new crates?
Okay.
And I will wait here since you know where it is.
Mm-hmm. Vorty like struggles, dragging his hooves all the way down, and he makes it finally downstairs. Like, oh shit, more crates.
All right, so you go to where you go to the spot where Franz showed you before, where the crates were, and you find pretty much the same thing you did before. There's a crate with a bunch of fish in it. And there's one with some more pumpkins, but there's an extra crate this time. It's not as big as the others. This is about the size of a box you'd get at a liquor store, and it's got bottles of Gushka.
Ooh.
Is it like where one can go missing and no one's gonna notice?
I don't know.
How many are there in this crate?
12.
Oh, they're gonna notice. Damn it.
Yeah, it's not like 100 bottles or anything. It's just 12 bottles.
All right. Are they like sealed?
Yes. I mean, I don't think they have plastic inside you, but
Like, can I
They're
open
corked.
and take can I uncork it and sip and then recork it?
yeah. I don't
Done.
think. Yeah, that. Sure. Punk.
You can just take one. You can just take one sip out of all of them. And then go,
So they all they have the same level.
So they all look equal.
Uh-huh.
Perfect idea. Thanks, metagame suggestion. Love it, Kristen.
What is
It's amazing. So he takes the equivalent of like a nice solid glass from a sip of each one, maybe 2, because there are 12. So
All right, so
Yeah.
roll a Constitution saving throw for me. At advantage because you drink a lot.
I'm still out of it from last night. It should just roll over, right?
Just roll over.
Yeah. It's not really a new day yet.
Okay, you're fine. You're not.
You know.
You're a little.
Yeah.
You start
like I
drinking
said, it's
first thing in the morning, it can hit you a little harder, in my
5
opinion.
a.m., 5 p.m. feels the same to him no matter what, right?
Mm-hmm. So you're not sad, but you are fairly tipsy, but you're not obviously visibly drunk or anything.
Okay. I'm gonna just. It just seems like I'm sleeping. There's really no difference.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and continue my work and with a smile on my face.
Okay, so you carry all the crates up to the kitchen, and when Franz takes the crate full of Gushka, he's like, "Ah, very nice." And then he looks at you like this. He goes about doing what he was doing. So Adaman's cleaning the mat. Nash goes back to the exhibit hall, right?
Yes.
It's still
And
the first
today I would like to switch around 2 of the machines.
week. Okay. Let me just.
Some of the lighter looking ones, maybe like one of the tapestries, and flying machine's probably too big.
Yeah, and it doesn't have wheels.
Mm-mm. Hmm. So what else?
Well, there's that bike up there in the corner.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. So I'll just move the bike to the middle of the room, and then I'll just move the tapestry to a different wall, but I will also dust as instructed.
Okay. Okay, we won't go into detail about what Roscoe's doing. Tessellay, you're going to go to the library?
Yep.
Okay.
In class, I should hopefully be getting caught up at this point. But as I'm shelving, I want to look for continuing my search for anything that might help me learn how to create a smaller handheld version of those guardian weapons in the exhibit hall.
Alrighty. Roll an investigation check for me then. At advantage, because you're starting to learn where everything is.
Oof.
And you've got a couple of hours down here, so.
Only 15.
Okay.
I can't wait to see Tess with a Gatling gun and Roscoe with a motorcycle.
Yes.
Wild.
Feel like the end of Planet Terror. Okay, so you do find a book. It's called Weapons of War by Miles Lantner III. It's a catalog of small arms all the way up to siege weapons.
Okay.
It's
Do I find the Gatling guns in there?
They're in there. It doesn't tell you how to build one exactly, but it gives you the basic idea of how they work.
So at this point, do I have an understanding that I need like powder and an ignition source?
Yeah, you would find that out in that book. Yeah, how it might not have like a recipe for gunpowder in there, like the chemical compound, but it would.
Yeah,
you
of
would
course.
understand that there's some sort of explosive power that goes in a shell, and there's a bullet that comes out of it. You would understand that. Yes.
Got it.
And you understand that how the barrels rotate so that any one barrel doesn't heat up too much as it's firing so rapidly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess that's it. A couple hours go by, and then 7 o'clock rolls around.
Yep, breakfast time.
Okay, so this morning, breakfast is a little less, appealing than it was yesterday. Just a little less. He's made a, again, it's something you never had before. But it's like it looks like a soup, almost. But it's like white. It's more like a paste, like that is hot, and you're not really sure what to make of it at first.
Does it need salt?
You would think so, yeah.
Do we have salt?
Yeah, you got salt, sure.
I'm gonna throw some salt on this bitch.
It tastes much better.
Hey, pass that down.
Oh yeah, shit. You're gonna need it.
I thought, didn't you cook this morning?
Are you referring to your breakfast?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Oh, you're asking
Gordy.
Gordy?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't cook, honey.
Oh. Okay.
I eat and I drink. And I play my music.
I drain the bowl of soup and then hold my hand out for some salt. Hey, let me get some of that.
Like a little late for that.
Wash it down.
Like a tequila shot.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Chowder shot.
Mm-mm. Is it supposed to be like oatmeal or porridge or?
It's like a porridge, yeah. Franz sees that you look a little confused as you're trying to eat this, and he wanders by your table. Once again, you would not have had this before. The grains that we got from in our last shipment. This is called a hot cereal. I really need to work on that accent. That's atrocious. Okay.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Atrocious.
Like, look, you're never going to gain a
This
French
is-
following. I'm going to tell you that right now. Just be prepared for the hate mail. Yeah, it's coming.
So this tastes more like hot serial killer.
Hey!
Hey, it's still early for me.
That was good. That was really good.
I make sure to give Vile his little bit before I add the salt because I don't want him getting up. Well, I'm so
After-
tempted to get pet rats again so I can have a pet rat while I'm playing this game.
Yes. He's so cute. After Franz leaves the table, I just kind of lean down to everybody. Is it me or is this food getting worse? Or have my standards gotten too high?
Well, I think we overheard them yesterday, which I totally skipped over in the recap, but that they are running low on supplies and that a new shipment is coming.
Yes. If you had said that in the recap, I would have
I am
remembered.
the worst player. Yeah, really.
But
I
the
think you're being
truth
too
is,
picky.
though, it's
Okay,
so-
okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
Roscoe takes a bite out of your bowl. Yeah, you're being picky.
Yeah.
I think we're getting bougier and bougier the more we hang around these scholars. You know what I'm saying?
And for you, that's saying something.
Morty, I have a feeling you're getting boozier and boozier.
Yeah, I
You
once
know me
ate
too
nothing.
well.
I once ate nothing but fish for 300 days straight, and yet this is yuck.
Roscoe takes another bite out of your bowl.
Yeah. Adman starts like drinking his down so Roscoe doesn't come for his.
I throw in some paprika.
Paprika.
Adman's like, okay, and he puts some on, and then he goes, oh, why is it so spicy?
You need a little kick sometimes, especially get you up in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so after breakfast, you have class, and today you're going to have class with Dr. Hodgkin, who is in the chemistry lab.
Mosey on over.
So when you go into the lab, they have a couple of work tables in there, and she's got 5 different little setups around these tables.
Adamant.
She's got 5 different little setups. There's like a glass. It looks like a big cup, but it doesn't look like something you'd be drinking out of.
Damn it.
And there's a little burner at each set with a little place underneath for fuel that you put into it. And in the middle of the table, there's a bunch of different strange powders and liquids and things. Good morning, everyone. How's the life treating you so far?
Well, we
It's
sure
honestly
are.
a bit strange to get used to. Not having to watch our backs every second, having guaranteed meals. I don't see why anyone ever leaves.
Well, even when they do leave to go out into Scythia, they always come back. Unless they're dead.
Always. Yes.
That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to learn how to heal yourself. Not with bandages or stitches, but with a poultice that we can make.
All right.
On the table in front of you, you see quite a few ingredients. Have you ever made soup before, for example?
Like that stuff
No.
we ate earlier today.
Yes, I hate Tuesdays. So, when you make a soup, you have ingredients that go into it, and depending on how much of one ingredient you put over another, it may taste better. So I'm going to give you a recipe to use these ingredients to make a healing poultice. These ingredients can be found almost anywhere in Scythia, so that you can make this when you're outside. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Good. The first ingredient is scrub, which of course is abundant.
Yeah,
But what if you don't want no scrub?
Well, then you can die.
that.
They be hanging out in the passenger side of the best friend's ride. Trying to holler at me.
I don't know what most of that meant.
Oh, it's you know, the Ford Time song.
Oh, well, it sounds nice.
It's one my mama used to sing me all the time, trying to give me advice.
Scrub can be used for many things.
That's what she said too.
We're going to use it in the poultice, and you're also going to use it to fuel the fire that we're going to cook it with. Personally, I think it's because it absorbs magic. Is why it works so well. Don't tell anybody.
Noted.
Can I insight check that to see if she's genuinely concerned about us telling anyone, or if it's just a sort of flippant?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll do the same.
This may be cards. Hold on. Yeah, that's cards. Worse.
Got your number, girl.
17.
Okay. The way she says it, it does seem kind of flippant. And from that, you get the idea that maybe they're not as against magic as you assumed to begin with. Like, you're not going to see anybody casting spells, but that doesn't mean they're going to just completely eschew anything they can find in the environment to help. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So
They had those books.
the scrub grows so well, in part because it actually thrives in the slag outside. It doesn't
Right.
it didn't die like almost everything else. So, and that's why it burns so well and for so long, is because of the slag. It's almost like it's absorbed it or grew from the slag, maybe.
Roscoe raises his hand. Or,
Yes, Roscoe.
so does that mean we shouldn't be eating this grub?
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't eat it.
What if we have
Uh,
a lot?
Roscoe, I think I should point out that this poultice is going to be for external use only.
Okay.
Apply it to the wound. Don't drink it, okay? I'm sure you'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll be fine though.
We're gonna be cleaning those bathrooms a lot more often.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like he's already done it. It's in his system. Like, he's good, you know.
Yeah.
Unless
You know, it's
takes,
in there.
like, months to digest or
All
something.
right. I wouldn't do it anymore if I were
Yeah.
you.
Well, I have cereal now. I don't need to eat scrub anymore. But
That's
you
true.
know, back out there, you get lost in the mountains for a couple of days. You dry some scrub on your back, and it's like a little seaweed snack in the mountains. Mountain seaweed, we call it.
No one calls it that. No. No one does.
Nice. Nice going there, Pumbaa. Stop it.
I'm just going to make a note that you might need some.
Medical, yeah, maneuver, yep.
Well, we do a fair bit of survival training, but we might need to step it up with this one.
You need to
I
do
mean,
splints.
to be fair, he survived, so I really can't fault him. His mountain seaweed.
And I think we're going to pair up for this. Normally, everyone has their own set, but I think this time we'll pair up so that someone is watching Roscoe.
All right. Got
Who would like to pair with Roscoe?
14.
No, seriously, somebody's got to.
Vordy's raising his hand.
Somebody. No one wants to volunteer to
Me.
go with Roscoe?
Vordy's raising his hand.
No one.
right
No
now.
one's going to volunteer.
Me?
I'm watching Vordy volunteer.
All right. How about you, Adaman? Then, if I have
All
to,
right,
if
then,
I have to
all
pick
right.
a volunteer, I'll pick you.
This is so rude.
Yeah.
So rude. He walks over to work with Roscoe.
Nice,
Fuck with her
Adaman.
food
Hey,
later.
what's up, man?
I'm gonna mess with her food later.
Oh, damn.
Volty, why don't you pair up with Tessellay,
Yeah, okay.
and
Hey,
then
Tessellay.
and Ash, I'll help you. How about that? So you pair up around the table, and you each have a little set. Looks like a little chemistry set. And Dr. Hodgkin shows you how to light the burners, how much fuel to put in, how to tell if it's too much or not enough, how hot you need the burner to be, and she shows you how to assemble the different ingredients. She tells you what a few of them are, like this liquid, and she holds up a little vial, comes from the spleen of one of the great lizards. We won't be using that today. I just wanted to point it out.
Oh, okay.
Can you drink it?
I wouldn't if I were you.
I guess this is why she didn't want me paired with Roscoe.
Yeah.
Probably was.
It's important to keep your ingredients straight. The next time we have this class, we're going to be doing the opposite of what we're doing today. Today we are creating a healing poultice. Next time we're going to be creating poisons.
Poisons?
So
You don't say.
if you were to put this yellow fluid into your healing poultice, I'm afraid it wouldn't work very well,
Noted.
if at all. Or you could die. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it on someone.
Oh.
Okay, are we trying to heal somebody or are we trying to kill somebody here? I mean,
Yes.
It varies day to day.
Yes, it does.
music has great healing properties. I'm just saying.
That's true.
So does sex.
She looks at you like, yes. Okay, so I need everybody to roll and investigate. Oh, you know what? Roll survival.
Okay.
Everybody roll
I'm a
survival.
survivor.
Ooh, even better.
Not medicine.
No, this is more survival.
All right, survival. Got it.
I'm still a little like.
Natural
good.
20
Good.
for a total of 24.
Yeah, this is why they split us up, Roscoe.
My ugly dice has betrayed me.
We would have blown up the table.
I got a 19.
Okay. What'd you get, Nash?
Natural one.
Nice.
A
Okay.
Cool,
natural
that's why
one.
you're with the professor.
Well, in spite of the professor working with you directly, Nash, it's all this little fiddly delicate stuff that, it's hard to pay attention. You know what I mean?
It's because you didn't eat your breakfast. You're not focused.
That too, probably. Tesla and Adaman, you both get an A for this class. Vordy and Roscoe, you pass, you get a B.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
the
So
end,
good.
the end result of this class, over 6 months or so, where you're learning how to make healing stuff, is that you get proficiency with an herbologist kit.
Ooh. I'm gonna update
Now does that go for everybody but Nash?
Yes. Everybody but Nash.
Oh.
Oh.
Tesla and Adaman have a chance to get something even better if they do well in the poisoning class as well. Yeah, okay.
Would there be any point in time where there's a spare vial of that yellow liquid just lying there unsupervised?
I haven't added in cabinets and stuff on the map, but you can imagine that there are cabinets, like a lot of cabinets along the walls. You'd only have to look, and you have to assume that she has quite a bit of it around.
You
Would I be able
steal
to
some?
try and sleight of hand one at some point?
You can try, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Go ahead and roll it. Roll it.
Oh, 12.
Okay.
Rolled the really bad.
So I see you try to do it, and I kind of wink at you like,
She probably does too. She's an elf.
Vordy tries to slide a hand it too, but it's just, he's so clumsy yet. He's just waving at it. He like drops like, and I put it back.
Well, Dr. Hodgkin has a really high passive perception.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know if I'd take that with me, or with you, Tesla. It is quite dangerous. It could break inside your pack or something. I will show you how to pack these things up so that they're a little safer later on in the class. But if you'd like to come in here and practice, you're welcome to. You don't have to stick to classroom hours. If you want to come in and try and practice with the herbology kit and try making different things, you're welcome to do that on your free time.
Do you know anything about making explosive powder?
Yes, I do.
Then you may see more of me.
Our sweet baby arsonist.
We haven't had to use it in a while, but we have had to make quite a bit of it for the guns downstairs. Or upstairs, I suppose. The upstairs.
Oh,
And some of the scholars do prefer firearms.
really?
Oh, yes.
Who creates such weapons?
Oh, there were many of them before the rupture. In most of the large cities, you only have to dig down a few feet. You stumble upon them.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Are there any extras here that I could practice with?
Ask Master Crow if you're interested. He may teach you himself.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. All right. Great. This is gonna be great. I'm gonna be walking around with a machine gun.
What?
All right, so after class, it's lunch, I believe, which is about as good as breakfast was.
All right.
You hear Franz talking to Headmaster Echo. You know, I hope this group comes back soon. We are going to be eating nothing but fish and pumpkins until they do. Oh, I'm sure they'll be back soon. Don't worry.
This is happening during mealtime?
Yeah. Any day now, Franz. I know you like to experiment in the kitchen, and fish and pumpkins can get boring. All right, if you say so. He goes back.
Is it possible they've run into a spot of trouble? Should we go out looking for them?
Oh, Ulrich speaks up. No, that would be not a good idea for you to go out right now. Finish your training
Why?
first. We have many methods of tracking scholars and helping them when they're out. We could always mobilize a different pentacle if we needed to. So don't worry about it.
I've been wondering about that. So
Yes,
how
what?
many pentacles are there? Like, do we have to do some multiplication here?
At the moment, we have 3 active.
What are we? Dormant?
Training.
You are, yes, you're in training.
You only track the active pentacles, yes?
A better way to say it is that we actively track active pentacles, but there are scholars that are not involved in pentacles at the moment. Because of
And you know where they are.
Tragic.
And
Like
you know what they're doing.
when
They're
they
dead?
when they check in. Yes. When you go out, you'll be given a sending stone that one of you will have the pleasure of carrying. And you will be expected to check in here and there.
Who gets to be the receiver?
Wow.
What is a sending stone?
That would be me. Oh, you've never...
Oh.
Right, you've never heard of that. We typically call it a sending stone because there is a magical item called a sending stone. It was basically 2 rocks with a spell cast on them, and you could talk into this one, it would come out to the other one, you see. Now, what we're using isn't magical, although it can appear to be magical when you look at it very closely. It's extremely complicated the way they work, but the idea is you hold a box, you push a button, and you talk. And in the other box, a voice
Not
comes
magic.
out.
It's not magic, though.
No.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
I don't trust anyone. Oh, okay. 17.
You are pretty sure he is telling the truth. Especially when he says that it seems like magic. Very, very few people alive understand how it works, which is why usually we just call it a sending stone. But
You're
it
talking
isn't.
about a Rocky talkie.
Basically, yes. Yes. That's very good,
Okay.
Roscoe. Very
Definitely
good.
should have called it a Rocky Talkie. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love you.
So don't worry about them. We are in contact.
Okay.
We know that they're okay. They should be here tomorrow.
All right, great.
They need to get here with more food.
It was just right there for them to name it that, and instead they went with Sending Stone. I mean,
How did
man,
that happen?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Wizard of the Coast called me.
Yeah.
It was obvious. I think they probably had it, like the code for that magic item. It's like, we don't know what to call it. We'll Rocky Talkie for right now. All right. And then we'll come up with some name. Because obviously it can't be Rocky Talkie, right? Like it just can't. God damn it.
We'll make our own. We'll make our own RPG and we'll call it Rocky Talkie.
Thank you.
It's like a society becomes a little bit more like technology, higher tech. Like, oh yeah, Rocky Talkie, man.
God.
By Hasbro.
Okay. Woo.
Do you guys want to do anything else during lunch or talk to anybody before lunch is over?
No, I'm busy. I'm scarfing down my food. This is delicious.
Okay.
Be
Oh, I'm
involved as
eating.
always.
Okay, well after lunch, you know what time it is.
I'm bad trained.
Combat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still a little full. Like, can we take it easy this time?
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
Why are we already paired up?
We always do this right after lunch. Could we like take a nap? Let the food digest? Like, I'm surprised there aren't any more like vomit stains across this mat.
That's because Adamant cleans them.
You're so good at it.
Thank you. I try very hard.
I trust you enjoyed your lunch.
Yes, Griff.
Very much.
Good. Let's see if you can keep it down. And he starts leading you around the edge of the mat, running or jogging around the edge of the mat. Let's get that blood pumping, eh? And he leads you. You run around the edge of the mat for like 10 minutes. You run around the edge of the mat. He varies his speed and his gait, and he moves from side to side. He goes from skipping sideways to,
Ooh,
running.
now I'm
He goes-
feeling it.
He goes
I'm
backwards
feeling
for a
it.
while.
Oh, right. That's right. Buddy likes to frolic.
Mm.
So suddenly,
Like, mm.
yeah, Adamant's like, oh, yeah. And then suddenly he looks to his side and Ford was right there. What's up, man? What?
What's happening?
happening?
He's not kidding. Once he gets going, you get going.
I
Yeah.
think we all get some bardic inspiration from 40's frolicking.
My favorite time of the day, actually. I never knew it. Never knew it.
Cool. And how about everybody rolls a con check at advantage? Because you're starting to get used to this, and Vorty is keeping it light. You know what I mean?
Check or saving throw?
Let's do saving throws. Get a higher number for that, right? Yep.
Well, they're both 0.
Vorty's fine. He's barely breathing.
19.
Oh my god. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
That man's
Oh,
good.
no.
Tesla, you get pretty winded. Like you start
You're not paying attention.
you start like your stomach doesn't feel too good. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, maybe I should eat light at lunch or something. You know what I mean? Like, you don't barf, but you kind of want to for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You keep up as best you can, but you're in the back of the pack, and you get lapped a couple times.
I try not to let the discomfort show.
Focus at one point in the wall. Don't take your eye off of it. Otherwise, the dizziness and the vertigo is just going to take over, and then Adamant's going to have to clean your shit up. Well, he's gonna have to clean your vomit up, and
Dang.
then Roscoe's gonna have to clean your shit up.
Vordy, please just shut up.
I'll leave her alone.
Just like the cold sweat.
Are you doing all right there, Tesla?
I'm fine. I'm just ready for the weapons training, Crow.
You look a little green. Are you sure you're all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
All right. Well, if you need to, you can sit down for a minute. All right.
Okay. I think Vile needs a break. I'll sit down.
I was gonna ask, how does that thing breathe down there?
Oh, he's got. And then I realize I'm like opening my shirt to show Vordy my cleavage, and I'm just like, he's fine.
He has a little straw, like a periscope, so he can see.
Do your dance, Morgan. Do your dance. Do your dance.
Dance. The tubes.
Works.
It actually works.
It works.
I don't know why it works, but it
It's
does.
voodoo.
I don't know where it froze. But...
Well,
We
take.
were talking about a little down periscope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't hear your response to the
Oh,
periscope.
yeah.
You
We
did
were
look.
Like,
You did look shocked, though.
I realized Vordy that I'm opening my shirt to explain the situation to Vordy and showing him my cleavage, and then like immediately button my shirt back up, and I'm like, he's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, Tesla, you know you don't have to be shy around me.
Vorty, I will kick your ass.
There's definitely a periscope.
And there's a lot of it to kick. There's a lot of it to kick.
I just ignore him and sit
Then-
down and try and catch my breath.
We could role play later.
Well, take all the time you need, Test Slave. You need to sit down for a minute. It takes probably like 10 minutes later. You feel fine, you know.
Yeah.
Once your lunch resettles. Today, we're going to work with ranged weapons.
Mhm.
Specifically, a longbow. A longbow is a little more difficult to use than a short bow. So if you can handle a longbow, a short bow shouldn't be any trouble for you. You should want to use one. So he pulls a target out onto one end of the mat, the end that's down by where the stairs are. And at the top end, he has everybody line up in a row. And he passes out wooden longbows. They're very simple. They're not, you know, I don't think you'd want to take it in a... It's clearly a training type weapon, you know what I mean? It's not a...
Mhm.
You know. And then
Dance a little.
he drags a big basket, or a big tall basket, out in front of you, and it's tons of fletchings sticking out. It's like stuffed full of arrows.
I pick out the prettiest ones.
These arrows are blunt, so that if we do have any mishaps, you probably won't die. But if I were you, I would be careful. Remember, don't point it at anything that you aren't willing to shoot.
Noted.
Always point downrange toward the target. Don't go waving it around. If you call that Stubbles,
Yeah, copy. And also, we learned how to heal in last class, so it's no big deal.
We don't have any of the ingredients here, Roscoe.
I'll be careful.
Okay.
keep in mind that if you get an arrow stuck in you, you're going to have to deal with Dr. Blackwell.
That's a good point.
Yeah, Roscoe does kind of freeze up at that point.
Dr. Blackwell is a brilliant healer and doctor, but he doesn't have much of a bedside manner.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds more like a threat. I prefer the arrow.
And he doesn't like anesthetics. So, if I were you, I'd be
Of
careful.
course not.
Yeah.
All right, so he shows you how to hold the bow. Roscoe, the bottom end of the bow is almost on the floor for you.
Mm-hmm.
You figure this maybe not be a weapon that you really want to use all the time, but we'll see.
I look for like a little step stool and I bring it over to him.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I look out for my little folk.
He shows you how to stand, where to put your feet. You want to be stable. This is not a hand-to-hand combat. This is, you're going to stand still. You're going to plant your feet very strongly. Don't lock your knees. You stand up, keep your posture straight. Hold the bow in front of you. Knock your arrow. And watch as you knock your arrow. I demand the tip of the arrow goes on the left side of the bow, not the right.
Right.
Right. Is everyone right-handed? Tesla, you're not right-handed, are you? I remember this from the other day. All right.
Correct.
You will want to stand on the left side of the mat then, and to the left of everyone else. And you're going to put your arrow on the right side of the bow. Okay?
Yes, Crow.
You're going to look down the arrow, hold it eye level, and aim the arrow at the center of the target.
I go ahead and loose my arrow.
Okay? Roll an attack roll.
$17.
Okay, so you hit the target. Not bullseye, but you do hit the target. And then, like Tesla just did, let go with your right hand, which will loose the arrow, and then hopefully you'll hit the target. All right, everyone give it a try.
What am I
It's very
adding
much
to
like
this?
dancing. There's like a frame you have to have. Like, this is my dance space. That's your dance space. It's perfect.
I've got sea
Or you
legs
make
and
sure
stuff.
that you pull the bowstring straight back, not at an angle. It's going to slap the inside of your arm.
That is true. Some archers like to wear a glove for that reason. It's like a leather gauntlet that goes on the inside of your wrist.
So
And if
you
you-
said straight back, or like LGBT aligned back.
The second one.
Corey,
Adamant,
you already have those leather gloves, right? You should just put them on.
Adaman, you are it's gonna be a straight D20 roll because you don't have proficiency with a longbow.
All right, cool.
Nash, I believe you do, right? So you're gonna add whatever you normally add to it. So what'd you get, Nash?
22.
Okay, so was that a crit or was it? It wasn't a crit, was it?
No,
Okay,
no. I just had +5.
so you're on the inner ring of the target.
Wait,
What'd
add my dex?
You ain't adding nothing.
Bad day.
Oh,
Just a
nothing?
straight
All right,
D20 roll, yeah.
Got it.
Well, I think you add dex, you just don't add your proficiency bonus unless
Eh.
you're proficient.
I've thought about making a roll at disadvantage, so
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well.
this is better.
This is better.
Roscoe did roll at disadvantage because the bow is taller than he is. I got an 8.
Oh, that's
I also got an 8.
okay.
Nice.
Master Crow, look what I did. Look what I did. Look.
What'd you get, Vorty?
Look. I got a 21.
Nice. So Vorty puts an arrow into the inner ring. Adam and Roscoe, you both missed the target. The arrows go past it and they hit the stone wall behind it, and they clatter uselessly to the floor, or harmlessly to the floor, I should say, because they are blunted. It's not like they're, but you do notice that on that wall it does have quite a bit of chips and scarring and stuff in the stone.
I look over at Adaman and Roscoe and I say, "Don't worry, we can work on your sea legs."
Yeah,
It's
see?
okay. I have an axe. I'm just gonna use that.
It's all about your posture and your stance. You need to be balanced.
Okay, so we've been on for about an hour, so let's take a break, and when we come back, you can have another shot at it.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Ew.
Be right back, everybody.
Well,
So much better in combat training than last week.
Mm.
And we're back. What you drinking there, Alden? Want some coffee?
Just coffee. In a nice nondescript mug, so nobody knows what kind it is.
Mine's got this big M, but no one knows what this M stands for, so.
Magic.
Mom.
Mom. Definitely
Mom's
not.
magic.
Magnificent. Okay, so as you're shooting at the target, Crow goes down the line behind you, and he helps adjust your stance. He shows you how to hold your arm so that you don't whack your wrist with the string. Or for the lady characters in this group, how not to catch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with Nash because of.
You don't want to catch your personality and
She's got a body like an anime character.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to hold yours a little further away, which makes you have to lean your head over a little more to aim than everybody else does.
The M on the cup for Nash stands for M cup.
Ooh, one of those anime characters. Oh, no.
no, she is so top heavy. Lord have mercy. How does she stand up?
The sea legs. I told
Oh.
you.
See next. Right. All right, I'm gonna learn.
So let's take another shot at rolling for it. So, Adaman, this time you do add your deck bonus to it.
Okay, cool.
Roscoe, too.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, wait. I rolled a natural 20, but it's at disadvantage, so I got a 7.
Oh, no, you weren't rolling at a disadvantage. Unless you really wanted to.
I mean, I'm a small creature with a heavy weapon. I might as well.
Okay. So once again, your arrow sails over the target and clatters against the wall. What'd you get, Adaman?
19.
All right, you're on the right. There's 3 circles on the target, and you're inside the one that's closest to the bullseye. How about you, Vorty?
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm so good at this. I'm just so proud of me. Like,
Oh, you
what
got a
is this
dirty
target?
20.
Like,
Okay. So you're also on the inner circle. How about you, Tesla?
Also a 19.
All right. So you guys are hitting the target pretty steadily at this point.
Yeah, 24.
24? Oh my. So Nash is pretty
Redemption.
consistently hitting the bullseye. Maybe not like right in the center, but around the bullseye. You're hitting it pretty, you got a nice grouping. I don't know archery terms. I should probably look that kind of stuff up ahead of time.
Nah.
good.
The listeners definitely won't be shallow and pedantic about things like that.
People that are into D&D are never, about that, every little detail. So you're consistently hitting the target, and by the end of combat training for the day, you feel pretty confident with the bow. So if you didn't have proficiency, you get it. And then Nash, what you're going to end up with is sharpshooter feat.
Nice.
Well, I can see that you're all improving very well. Even you, Vorty.
I'm paying attention, coach.
That was some good target practice from you, Vorty. And I also noticed that you didn't seem to have a problem with the warm-up this morning. Or at the beginning of class, I mean.
Listen, I'm starting to really surprise myself here. I don't know what to say.
Keep it
Maybe
up,
it's
you're
just
doing well.
genetic. It's genetic. My mom, my dad, they're like badass motherfuckers, so.
Tesla, are you feeling all right now?
Much
Good.
better, thank you, Gro.
Good. Roscoe, we're gonna need to work on it a little more, but I think you'll be fine. Maybe
Whatever.
Oh.
maybe you should be up front most of the time. What do you think?
Yeah, can we do axes again to borrow?
I'll be right there with you in the front line, Roscoe. Even though I think I learned a little bit here today, I know this is not my forte.
You are always welcome
Great
to
job, man.
practice in your free time,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll come back to it.
if you'd like to. It's not required, but it is encouraged. Okay, then that's the
yeah.
end of combat training for the day.
Sweet.
But I'm tired.
What did you guys want to do with your free time?
I want to go play in the showers again.
Okay.
I gotta go talk to Hodgkins.
Okay.
I failed class today.
Okay, you can do that. Anybody else want to do anything with your free time?
But the pre-dinner free time, if Roscoe's down, Adaman will offer to do some friendly weapon sparring with him, try and cheer him up, unless he's going to go work on his motorcycle.
Oh, that'd be great. That would be
Okay.
great.
All right.
That's a great point. So after finally I played my shower scene,
Mm-hmm.
I go check on my juice downstairs. I
Okay.
got the juice. And I taste some of it.
What about you, Tessellay?
See how I disappeared? You didn't even see me.
I'm going to go to the library and start looking for gunpowder recipes.
All right. Okay, so let's. Nash, you wanted to talk to Dr. Hodgkin.
Mm-hmm.
She is still in the chemistry lab as she's organizing things, putting things away. Oh, hello, Nash.
Yes, hello. I feel as if I wasn't awake during class today. I just got done with training and I feel a little better. Maybe we could run through that goo again, potentially. Because I should know how to heal. Not for me, I will never get hurt. But my compatriots, I care this much about. If you tell them I say that, I will deny it.
Your secret is safe with me.
Hmm.
Of course we can do that.
Hmm.
I was just organizing and making sure we had enough of everything for next time we do class. So why don't you come up to the table? And she runs through it again with you. Why don't you make another survival check?
Okay. Yeah, 6.
Okay. So you're getting better. You're still having trouble memorizing the ingredients. And she does stress that you're going to have to remember each ingredient and the ratio of how much goes in there. Because if you get one off wrong, either it won't work or it won't be as effective. So when you are using this kit out in the field, it's important to get the ingredients exactly right. Not just that, but the amounts exactly right. That's why this kit includes a small scale, so that you can weigh your ingredients.
Scale, but not like a scaly. No.
No, this is a device that tells you how much things weigh.
Yep, got it. I wrote it all down, so I know it all now. I could study this more and maybe come back after dinner.
Yes, of course. All right, so Adaman and Roscoe, you guys are on the mat.
Yeah.
What do you want to fight with? You just like doing slap fight, or you
You pick, Roscoe.
are you swinging, or what are you doing?
I was thinking maybe we should. I feel like I could practice with ranged weapons a little bit more. You want to
Oh.
throw some hand axes at each other.
Casual.
Why don't we throw it at a target, Roscoe?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
Just an idea. Crazy one.
I didn't know if you had deflect missile yet or not.
I think I do.
What level do you get that at?
I might not get that till next
That
level.
might be a
I
fourth.
want to say
or
that's
something.
third or fourth.
Yeah.
It's next level. So.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, I have deflect.
Now, well then, why don't we do some just like quarterstaff sparring or something?
All right, that sounds cool.
You notice that Crow is in the corner of the room. He's pulled a couple of weapons racks close together, and he's banging out dips. He's just pumping them out
He's so cool.
while you guys are doing this.
Really cool.
We're
He's like leaned way over, and he's just pumping these things out. Okay, so if you guys are going to go out on the mat with a couple of quarterstaffs,
Mhm.
why don't you roll initiative?
Ooh, not bad.
Initiative 18.
Also 18. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know who has the higher dex. We got a barbarian and a monk here, so...
I have +2 to dex.
+3.
All right, so
Nice.
you guys circle each other on the mat a little bit, you know, kind of bouncing a little. You got your staffs. Roscoe, you have the idea to, you know, strike out at Adaman, but he beats you to it. Like as you, just as you get to do the Adaman's already there. So go ahead and roll your attack there, Adaman.
Adaman will strike. Another 15 on the die for I don't know. I didn't equip a quarterstaff on D&D Beyond because
It adds your strength, I think.
Oh, okay.
You
So
might
then,
monks might be able to add dex. I'm not sure.
Yeah, quarterstaff
Yeah,
is
they
a
can
monk
add dex.
weapon.
Yeah.
Sweet. In that case, it is. So then it'll just be like my monk weapon. So boom, 20 to hit.
That hit for sure.
What damage does a quarterstaff do? Anybody?
D6 or a D8, depending on. It's versatile.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So he whacks you for.
Those are the best kind.
He whacks you for 6.
I like
6
options.
damage,
I
and
mean-
then takes uses a point of key to take patient defense.
All right, so you guys are circling each other, Roscoe, and you get the idea to strike at him, but Adaman just whacks you right in the side.
That's going to be a rage for Roscoe. For sure. Nothing crazy, you know. He's not like, he doesn't turn into some hulking beast, but he gets very.
Adaman,
He
you
just-
can
he's
see
just
that
kind of
you
like-
have inadvertently pissed him off.
Oh boy.
You had this idea that you have a
did.
friendly little sparring session, and you whack him one time, and he just flies off the handle. So
He just gets this kind of primal look in his eyes, and you kind of get the sense that maybe he's just, you know, reverting back to some older, I don't know, language just doesn't have as much of an effect.
Roscoe has gone primal, man.
So this will be disadvantage on the attack, is that right?
Yes.
All right. That's only going to be a 9 to hit.
Okay. So he's like dodging your attacks, and then like he's actually probably also even starting to like run, like backpedal around the map, just like ah.
well, it's your turn, Adaman.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, he will spend his last key point to step of the wind and then disengage and be like just start running from you. And well, I guess he could have attacked before he did that.
Do you want to chase him, Roscoe?
What do you want?
Yeah, but it's like it's like a friendly chase, but Roscoe is kind of.
Well, you guys are both on the battle map, so
Yeah, go ahead.
go ahead and move there, Adaman. Where are you running to?
Oh, okay. Here, let me get to. Okay, so you're next to each other.
Tesla is up there.
Keep dancing.
Yeah.
Keep dancing.
So that is his move.
Okay.
So Roscoe is gonna go chase. I guess like he gets this far, and he's just kind of running after you, just making like some low grunting noises.
Look at that picture of Jason Momoa sneaking up on Henry Cavill on the
Yes.
on the red carpet.
That's actually really hot, by the way.
All right, Adaman, you want to keep running?
All right, so Adaman is gonna dive back in, and he's gonna be like, "All right, now you're using anger, but remember that you can also use finesse." And he's gonna trying to give advice and take another swing at you. Oof. And he gets a 21 to hit.
Nice.
And whacks you for 9.
9 damage. Okay,
Yes.
nice.
If you're
I'll
trying to
take
get him to calm
5
down,
out of that.
I don't know if that's
Yeah.
gonna work.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Just let him hit me. Maybe he'll feel better after he cracks me one.
So you start to chase Adaman, Roscoe,
Mm-hmm.
but when he gets to the end of the mat, he stops. He turns around, and he just brains you with his stick. Even if you weren't raging already, that might push you over the edge. You know what I mean? It's just like,
He's got no more monk tricks left. He's only 2nd level, so this is gonna hurt.
So what do you want to
Roscoe's gonna roll an attack. That is gonna be a 23 to hit.
Yes, it hits.
That's gonna hit. So he's gonna do. These dice are weird. I think the axe means that it's an 8 on the D8. And I think I get an extra 2, so that's gonna be 12 damage.
Wow.
Bonk.
At this point, Crow appears beside you. Are you two all right?
Yeah,
You took a couple of big cracks. Are you sure?
all good.
Try to get any brains on the mat if you don't mind. Adaman, you're gonna have to clean this up tomorrow. You understand?
Yep. It's my blood though, so it's okay.
I think you're both gonna have some bruises. But
Yeah.
you know what?
You good?
Bruises
I'm good,
are good
man.
for you.
Yeah,
I'm
Roscoe,
good.
Roscoe, you know what?
Good.
Forget what I said. I think pure strength and aggression. That's just gonna be your thing, man.
Yeah, man. I did. It felt good. Yeah, thank you. I needed that.
Okay, so Vorty.
We
Yes.
hands in with me, Crow, and
Yeah. Da-da-da.
You guys raised your arms at the same
That
time.
was perfect.
That is so hard to do.
That's
on
'cause
Zoom.
we're there.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Didn't even practice.
Wow.
So
What
Vorty,
are
you
we
go down
doing?
to the boiler room
Oh yeah.
to check on the still. And there is a liquid of some kind in the bottle on the other end, on the output.
Well, we're doing some day drinking.
Okay, so what I need you to do, it'd be a skill check of some kind. Probably a,
Like, I don't know.
I think a
Like a-
survival. Survival is kind of the catch-all.
What about like a performance check? I feel like he would like dance around it. He would like sing to it. Like, come on, like you sing to plants. Like you
It's
sing
not
to
a
the
house
liquor.
plant.
Like, come on, baby.
Why don't you go ahead and try a survival check
Get
for me?
me fucked up. All right, survival.
Okay, so
How about them apples?
so you had set the still up the day before, right? You set it and forget it, right? And come back the next day.
Oh,
There
yeah,
is
forget.
there is a clear liquid in the bottle that was on the output. And you have actually created alcohol.
Baby,
It's-
I'm drinking.
It doesn't have any It doesn't taste particularly great. It's very strong. Um, the
I don't know who said anything about taste.
the Gushka you drink in town, you've got it pretty used to. It's not, it's what they got. And you've learned the differences between who made it. You know what I mean? Uh, you drink enough that in Angle, when you taste it, you have a pretty good idea who made it, right? Because there's different recipes and things that you can put in the mash, but you didn't try any of that. So what you ended up with was just straight vodka, basically.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is the best thing I've ever tasted, actually.
And it's quite a bit stronger than what you normally get or what you're used to. So be careful with it.
Okay.
You get the sense that you should be careful with it because
Okay.
it'll put hair on your chest, as they say. All right, so Tesla, you're in the library.
Oh, I find her.
And you're looking around.
That's delay. Remember, I promised you something.
Oh my god. It.
Totally did it. Yvonne's
Let me try.
time. Oh yeah.
So I'll try with it.
Okay.
And just kind of. Wow, that's.
So good.
I think you can clean with that.
Oh yeah.
You should ask
Amazing.
Franz if he has like anything that you can add to that to make it better.
I mean, I could try salt, but I don't know if that's gonna help it.
I don't know about salt. Well, they said there's another shipment of fruit coming in. What if you waited and aged it with some of the fruit?
Mm-hmm.
I really
try
feel
that.
like you should lay off, Vorty. You're very drunk. I can't even hear you. You're so drunk.
Just a little bit.
You know what? Let me take another sip.
Just-
And I'm gonna give it back to him.
That's how that
Hey,
goes.
Why don't you go lie down for a little bit before dinner?
all right. I'm gonna go get some more,
Oh.
and
And then I
have
will
like,
look for my book.
and I have like another little flask ready to go. Like,
That tracks.
All right, Tesla,
Yes.
roll an investigation check for me.
Am I still getting advantage on these?
Yeah.
Okay, 16 plus 19.
Okay, so you find a really, really dry old tome. It looks like a chemistry book. In fact, on the front it just says chemistry. It looks like a textbook that you would get, not anything fun. You know what I'm saying? It says chemistry on it, and when you open it up, you find crystal lattice, organic compounds and inorganic compounds, just all that really dry chemistry stuff that I've never been any good at. You figure if you read in there enough, maybe you could find. If you can make sense of it, you might be able to figure out how to use it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that one with me.
Okay. Why don't you, just for fun, why don't you roll a d20 for me?
Okay. 16. I'm rolling pretty well on it.
Well, as you're looking for your chemistry book that you found, you're looking around on the shelves, and you see one that's out of place. It's in with the dry chemistry textbooks and that kind of stuff, right? You find one that looks a little out of place. It's the spine is black for one thing, when the rest of them are neutral colors. You know what I'm saying? Like they're either white or some kind of brown or something. But this was like a stark black in the middle of the shelf. When you pull it out, it's called Asmodeus and the Idea of Evil by Maria Dali. And it's about evil in society and pop culture. It's got like artwork, and it talks about literature, where the idea of Asmodeus came from, how he affects mostly culture. It's a cultural type book.
Okay. That looks like good bedtime. I'll take that one too.
But you weren't aware that there was such a thing called Asmodeus up until now. So,
That just sounds cool. I'm curious.
and it goes into a little bit of a discussion about gods, which I don't know if you're familiar with. I don't know what your family was like, if they worshipped anything, or if it was just,
Zero knowledge of or experience with the divine.
I mean, from a meta aspect or standpoint, this is D&D after all, so gods are real, right? But who knows if they abandon Scythia? You know what I'm saying? Nobody worships anybody nowadays. At least not in groups anyway. Maybe some of that is held over. Some people learn from their parents or something like that. But there's no like church organizations or anything like that. So you probably wouldn't have even heard of Asmodeus. Or Asmodeus, if you prefer to say it that way. I use the coast pronunciation. No. Okay, so we don't necessarily need to role play through dinner unless you guys want to. If there was something you wanted to do, talk to a certain professor or anything like that.
Is it pumpkin and
I
fish soup?
may,
It's exactly the same thing you have for lunch.
Yum.
I'm gonna grab some of those like leftover whatevers of anything that I can kind of like add. You know what I'm saying?
You said we had
but-
pumpkin. Let's make pumpkin
You
moonshine.
can make pumpkin spice moonshine?
It's
Is
that
the
time of
Is the
year.
season.
It's
Is
that
the
time
season.
of year, baby. Let's do it. I'm gonna
Okay.
like crush up the seeds and the juices, and it's just all gonna be just fermented goodness there.
Okay, so Vorty's going to start experimenting. Okay, so why don't you roll one more survival check for me, and we'll say that your free time after dinner is you setting the still up again with your new recipe.
Be ready for
Feel
tomorrow.
some cinnamon, some nutmeg.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go through some of the covers that Franz has, and I'm just gonna be like,
Just random oregano and just random shit.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
I think it's okay. It's the next step. I'm learning.
okay, so you got a 10. So
It'll be
maybe
aight.
you'll find out tomorrow. But maybe
You
maybe you shouldn't have put oregano in it. I don't know. But it's not going to
Little-
make you blind or anything like that.
little
So.
parsley. I don't know. Like I thought it was rosemary, but
This isn't pumpkin spice. This is spicy pumpkin.
Why is it
You know
spicy?
no one really gives a fuck as long as it gets you there.
Can't argue with that.
I mean, it was rubbing alcohol before, so I feel like
It
it's still
can't-
Better.
It's gotta get better than that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what Vorty's doing with his time this evening. How about you, Adaman and Roscoe? You gonna beat on each other some more?
I want
Adaman,
to be there for that.
Adaman can't survive another round with Roscoe. So he's actually heading over to Dr. Hodgkin because he wants to, he really enjoyed the lesson today, and he wants to make sure that he continues to work with her.
Okay.
So he walks into her area and asks her for extra tutoring.
Is that what you were gonna do too, Nash?
Yeah, I was already there. So
Okay,
when he
Nash.
walks
Okay.
when he walks in, I kind of close my notebook and pretend like I wasn't writing anything down or studying in any way.
I'm gonna insight these bitches because I feel like they want a little bit more tutoring, extracurricular activity. You know what I
Well,
mean?
if you see them both going into the chemistry lab, I mean.
Dr. Hodgkins is standing right here. I mean, well, I don't know. Maybe she's down. I don't know what's going on here. But I was just here
I
to
just
learn about
assume-
healing
I
my
see
friend.
Nash, and I'm just like, oh, Nash is up to no good. I want to be part of this. I don't know. I believe whatever the fuck you guys are doing. I'm too wasted.
Okay, well, Dr. Hodgkin is happy to help you. she can show you little tips and tricks, Adaman, to make your recipes a little more potent. She shows you how to pack the kit up and travel with it, without breaking anything. And she gives you those little things you find only from years of experience. And then Nash, she's working with you just on the basics, like how to set the kit up, how to light the burner, how much water to put in it. She's helping you with the recipe, showing you how to use the scale, that kind of thing.
And Adaman's like not quite sure. Like he's like I can pretend like I don't see you. Look you like now. Like, just look the other way, or we can have a conversation. I mean, look, I can help you if you want, or if you body's on, you let me know.
I just, why can't I be as good at this as I am shooting the arrow, or bringing in the fish, or filleting the fish? Everything I do is related to the damn fish.
Oh. Well, I'd say that I've got a pretty narrow focus myself. Can take a beating and kind of hand one out, but as Roscoe has taught me recently, as you notice, he's covered in bruises. I am not as I do not have as much endurance as some. So I mean, you gotta stick with your strengths, but I absolutely try and branch out. And what you're doing right here is it. Like, if you keep trying, you're gonna get better.
Yeah. God, this learning is, it's impossible. Well, yes, maybe I could get a little help, because I feel like every time I try to turn, I can't get the temperature right. It's either too hot, it's too cold. I can't clean the glassware. I put it in the acid bath, and when I make the acid bath, it's too acidic. There's too much distilled water. I don't know what to do.
All right.
You need a regulator. It's your pressure. It's off.
Oh, my pressure on myself is off.
Sure, you gotta get pull back a little bit. Otherwise, it's gonna get too hot. Like, it's better. I don't know. Just don't do it too hot, because that's gonna really that's gonna blow it up.
Interestingly
The
enough,
default to the lower temperature, at least, it's a little bit undercooked, but that way you could always go a little higher, just like slowly.
Vorty, you know that we're not cooking.
It's just general rules to follow.
he's despite his current state, he's actually really smart about this kind of stuff. I think that the reason why I was able to catch on so quick is all of the time I've spent, with Gordy's company.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I only listen to him when he is slightly more in control of his faculties.
You can control the faculty here.
Your faculties, yes, I believe that.
They're doing their own thing. Did I do that crazy one in the med tent? I don't know. Whatever.
Well, with you all's help and you, Hodgkins, I will get better at this, even if I have to come in every single day.
All right.
So dedicated.
Nash, why don't you roll another survival check for me? At advantage, because Adaman has been aiding you.
Oh my god. I mean, I still got an 11. But luckily with advantage, that's the one, so.
When you're at rock bottom, there's only one way to go. That's to the top.
Okay, so you don't magically, just because Adaman's standing there and being all helpful, you don't just magically get it, right? But you get better, and you do get proficiency with the kit.
Yeah.
The herbologist or whatever kit. And you get the idea that, yeah, if you work on it and try really hard, you will get better no matter what it is.
Nash, So one little tip I learned from a good friend of mine. Her name was Viper. She's a little like woodsy outdoorsy girl like you too. The key to make this poultice really work is you gotta spit in it.
That's not,
Spit in it.
no.
And then you kind of like rub it with your hands like
Oh,
this.
oh, no.
It like gets all of the like the oils everywhere. And then that way you like really like knead it into the wound. And then you like pinch it shut and then just like
Let me try that.
remember
Adam,
to spit.
Stab for it.
Adaman and Dr. Hodgkins just share a look of horror.
As I spit into my potion.
There's something in there. You know, I had another friend of mine. Oh my gosh, he did the same thing. I'm telling you, there's something in spit. That's why dogs lick themselves.
Oh my god, you're gonna cause so many infections.
So Tesla is in the library, right? Is that what you wanted to do? Or do you want to do something
Chaos in the
different?
chemistry lab.
There was one quick little thing I wanted to do.
Okay.
While shelving books, I found a cute little kid's picture book
Mm-hmm.
called Kiki's Delivery Service. And in it, there was a picture of a herring and pumpkin pie. And I know we have fish and I know we have pumpkin, so I'm going to go to Franz.
Okay. You can do that.
Say, hi, chef. I was wondering, do you think we could make this? And then I'll show him the picture.
Hello, Tesla. I do not know why you insist on making me do this accent right now, Morgan. But I will try.
Just lean into how horrible it is.
Yeah.
It's
Great,
atrocious.
I have full faith in your abilities, chef, and I will leave the book with him and then walk away.
There you go. There you go. See?
Did you want to try to make it, or do you want to just have him make it?
I want to leave it with him to
Okay.
make.
So you didn't have the idea that you were going to try cooking. You just
No.
okay.
But I'm going to take the chemistry book and I'll start to go by Hodgkin's office and then hear all the voices inside. And instead, I'll just take it to my bunk and try and read through it myself and start gaining some knowledge of where to start with black powder.
Okay.
Okay,
Roll
bye.
It sounds like a shit show in there.
roll an investigation check for me.
You were rolling really well. Continues to do so. 19 for 22.
Okay, so you spend the evening poring through this dusty old chemistry book, trying to figure out what these numbers mean and stuff. And it starts to kind of make sense to you after a couple of hours of reading this book. You start at the beginning, and you realize that you can't just flip through it and find a recipe for something. It doesn't work like
Right.
that. You start at the beginning, and you have to build fundamentals. And that is what you start to do over the course of the evening. You start to understand what the book is trying to tell you. You don't just magically know how to do chemistry, but you start to get an idea of how chemistry works and about the fundamental building blocks of the universe.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Okay, how about you, Roscoe? What do you want to do before bed?
I think Roscoe, he's going to spend a little bit of time in the gym, just getting just a little bit more training in.
You get jacked?
And then he's
Okay.
going to, just trying to get jacked.
Okay.
Just standing there swinging around a great axe because he's still getting used to the massive size of
Just
this
trying to
thing
get
compared
yoked?
to him.
Okay.
Yeah, a good hour workout, and then he's going to go down, and I think he has all of his motorcycle parts at this point laid out and labeled. He has a completely disassembled motorcycle, but he has used the book to like determine what part is each part. So he's going to start trying to put a rough draft of it together.
Okay, cool. Why don't you roll an investigation check for me?
Sure. You gotta roll. Yes, I got a 12.
Awesome. So you know what each part is, and yeah, you got them labeled. You got little fantasy sticky notes on them. Tell me what each part
I've
is.
drawn. I've used like charcoal to draw on the stone floor.
Okay, that's a good idea. So you have an idea how it goes together. You saw the finished one in the entrance hall, so you know what it should look like when you're done with it. And you spend the evening not just identifying parts, but you're starting to figure out how they should work together to become a motorcycle. Like this bit spins this bit, and this is the generator, and this and this is the engine, the fuel pump, stuff like that. If it has a fuel pump, I don't know, it might be gravity fed. I haven't gone that deep into designing this fantasy motorcycle. All right, so Tessellé, I want one more thing with Tessellé. When you're in the library earlier, you noticed that one of the tapestries on the wall, one of the great big tapestries at the end of the aisle, was moving a little bit.
Okay.
Like there was a breeze moving it.
Yeah. Yeah, so right after dinner, I'd probably go down there with Adaman, if he doesn't mind accompanying me.
Right.
Under the false premise of, we're just going to go look in the library for some more books. We'll be back.
All right.
And Adaman's popular.
I just think that you can be
He's getting all the ladies.
perhaps the most discreet of our proposed pentacle. And I'm not exactly sure what we're going to find down here.
All right.
Tapestry that was hanging on was it the southern wall, I think? I can't see the library. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so was it this one?
Yeah, the one on the southern wall here.
It was being disturbed earlier. It was moving a bit. And, yeah, I just want to check it out, if you don't mind giving me a hand.
Went through a secret door, perhaps. Got it.
Yeah, so we'll just check it out very gingerly. Check behind it, check the tapestry itself, check for seams in the wall or any scuff marks on the floor.
Yeah, if you want to look behind it, the tapestry is concealing a big hole in the wall.
Okay.
Oh.
It's big enough for you to walk into without stooping.
Is there any light down there?
No, you don't see any light source. And you feel a faint breeze coming from the tunnel. It's more of a tunnel than a hole in the wall. It's probably like 8 feet in diameter. It looks pretty rough, like it was carved out.
Do we want to get the others before we delve further?
Yes, I think that if everyone, we can all check it out together. And then also, this does remind me, I need to create a light source in case I want to, stay up late studying or something.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure we got lanterns around here. I just got to find one.
Yeah, let's go grab a couple and get the others.
I'll go find Roscoe. Hey,
I'll get
Roscoe!
lanterns.
You old son of a gun. Hey, come on. Let's go check something out. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, are there lanterns that just sort of sit around the place?
Yes, you see these the lights that are on these tables? They look like old the green. They look like old desk lamps.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what they are, and they light up by themselves.
Oh.
You can actually carry it around.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Okay, great.
Easy. Perfect.
I am no longer afraid of the darkness.
Okay, so you go find Roscoe and Nash and Vorty.
Yeah.
Vorty's really drunk.
Trust me, even in that state, he's still pretty helpful.
Alright.
It's very insightful.
If he accidentally shoots or stabs me, it's on you.
Well, yeah, all right. I will take responsibility for his shenanigans.
Listen, I perform better sketched out. Just saying.
He's an artiste.
Mm. Sometimes you need this. Yeah, like yeah, much better this way.
I feel like I'm
When
an
I'm
enabler
sober,
now.
it's just like too much to fucking process.
Can't enable you. Can't enable you, Vorty. You're good sober too, buddy.
I was hitting those targets then. That's pretty good.
Yeah, because you were sober.
I still hit.
Alright.
Okay, when you get back to the tunnel with everybody, you pull the tapestry to the side, and you notice that you don't feel that breeze anymore.
Not so fresh feeling.
All right. Turn on a lamp, hold it high, and stride forward into the dark.
Okay, so you turn your lamp on, you walk into the tunnel.
Just
I'll head.
What'd you say, Nash?
I was gonna head in with Adam,
Okay.
and I don't have a lantern, but I have my dark vision.
So,
Well, you don't
Nash can-
make it very far, maybe 10 feet in the tunnel. There's like a giant rock in the way. Like a boulder.
Let's
the
go.
rock. Oh, I thought you said like the rock is in the way. I was like, hi.
Hey.
I just stand here and guard this dark room.
Hi, Mr. DJ. DWJ.
Roscoe, you want to take a look at the rock?
Yeah.
Help us push this.
Yeah. Okay. All
Um,
right, I can do it. I've been working out a lot, so if I'm a little weak, I'm tired.
okay, so roll a strength check for me, Roscoe.
Okay.
I also want to like push the rock too. I'm not just.
You can aid him.
I'm gonna re-roll the
Okay.
natural one. That's gonna be a 14.
Okay.
Wait, do I add proficiency to strength checks, or just saving throws?
I think just
Okay.
saving throws. So
So 14.
yeah, Roscoe walks up and plants his feet. He pushes on this rock as hard as he can, and it does not budge at all. You get a sense of like incredible weight. This is a bit. It's like it's a rock that almost completely fills it. Well, it does completely fills the tunnel up.
Okay.
And so it's more of a boulder, really. And you get the sense that there's no way you're going to be able to move it.
Okay.
Roscoe's gonna go into a rage and try again.
Okay.
I
I'm
got
still
this.
pushing.
No, I got this. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, that is a natural 20.
Doesn't even
Well.
budge. Doesn't move at all. You could just feel. I mean, from pushing on it so hard, this is like a big boulder. It's a solid.
I'm
rock
tired just
blocking
looking
this
at
tunnel.
you.
But at least you guys see Roscoe just his muscles rippling.
Oh yeah, they're rippling.
I'm watching. I'm clearly watching.
Nash, will you hold this lantern for me? I'm going to search the tunnel for any sort of mechanism or switch or hidden
Okay.
device. Maybe open a door somewhere.
You're like so smart.
I guess
Adam, will you check the ceiling? You're a little taller
you got
than me.
another investigation check. I suppose.
All right, I'll roll an investigation check as well then. Oof, not great.
I may need to stop using this dice because like every other roll is a 19. So I'm gonna set this one aside until I can check the balance.
Okay.
But for now, it's a 22.
Okay. So you look around in the tunnel. You notice that it's really rough. It's not nearly as even the walls inside the institute, even though I described them as rough hewn before. They're still over years and years of use. They're still fairly smooth, and the floor is completely level. Like they took a long time making the floor, but this tunnel is like cut out. You don't see any sort of device or lever or trigger or anything like that.
Hmm.
Well, I guess this is just something
Hiding.
that they blocked off because
There was airflow before, though, so this thing can definitely move.
interesting. But I don't know how. 'Cause-
Paying attention to where this tunnel is in like the floor plan of what we've seen, including the extra rooms and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
do we have any sense of where we are compared to levels above or below us?
Oh man, I barely have sense of that myself, and I made the maps. Let me try to draw that out for you, and I'll send it to you later,
Okay.
so that I get a sense myself. I don't think you've
But
been
I
any
don't, I
lower
don't get
than
the
this.
impression.
Well,
okay.
Vorty's been lower than this. He's been to the caverns, but the rest of you, like, this is the lowest you've been in the institute. So as far as what's directly above you and everything else, like, I'm not even sure myself at the moment.
Is there any gap whatsoever between this boulder and the tunnel?
Nope.
Okay.
It's like you
I'm gonna-
it's like you took a straw and you jammed a peanut into it. That's what it looks like from your end.
That sounds like it would hurt.
Okay. I'll just pay attention, and next time I notice a breeze,
Cool.
we'll come check it out.
So how are we doing on time? Are you guys okay to go another half hour or so? Or I know Vorty said something about needing to stop at 11:30.
Yeah, the alcohol's getting to my head. I need another 30 minutes and that's it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, good.
All right then. Let's take 5 minutes, and then we'll go another half hour or so. Okay?
Okay.
Or we'll stop at 11:30 or so, if you need
Sure.
to stop at 11:30. All right. BRB. And we're back. All right, so after you discovered the tunnel hidden in the library, 10 o'clock, the lights go out. Are you going to be in bed for that?
Yes, but I'm going to keep one of those lanterns with me in case I ever change my mind.
Okay.
Do we even know what time it is?
Once the lights go out, you do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I suppose so.
yeah.
Is
Who else-
there
Yes.
an
definitely.
abundant amount of string that I could acquire from anywhere? Doesn't
I'm
have to be
sure.
field.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
You could just take apart the tapestry, undo all of the
Unravel it.
beautiful, intricate artwork.
Where do you think that goes?
It's a very Nash solution.
Well, the reason I ask is in my thieves' tools, I have a bell, or my whatever kit. I'm wondering if I can just attach a bell to the boulder with a shitload of string, and so when the boulder moves, it'll ring a bell up by my bed.
You can ring my bell.
I will try to sort out the mechanics of that off screen.
And it's not something I'm gonna try and do tonight. Like I would
Okay.
take my
But you're having the
and
idea.
hide
You're
the
sitting there
string
thinking about it
and
maybe
all.
before you go to sleep. Okay.
I'm just living the thought of a professor coming down through the library and being like, "Oh, what the hell is this? Hold on a second." And he just like walks up to Tessela's bed and is like, "What? What?"
Either that or the bell rings and Tesla comes running downstairs with a crossbow and
So the professor's just standing there holding the string like, "Oh,
and
hello,
shoots
Tessela."
and shoots Dr. Pickman. Ha! Speaking of Dr. Pickman, after everybody can mark down a long rest. You go to bed. 10 o'clock, lights go out. You sleep until the lights come back on at 5 a.m. You perform your duties once again, all the chores you're supposed to do. Adaman, the mat is a little more messed up than it was the day before, so it takes a little. You really gotta apply some elbow grease to get it clean this time. And then you have breakfast. In class today, I want to go back to Dr. Pickman.
Social studies. Okay.
Basically. So at 8 o'clock, you file into the classroom. Let me pull the map up for that. And when you get there, Dr. Pickman is once again dozing in his chair.
Is it class time?
Just throw my pencil at him
Okay. Yeah.
with my sharpshooter feet.
dozing or is he dead?
Pow! Oh, he's dead.
Just falls
Just
over.
lobotomizes him.
Class is now dismissed. Thank you.
So where do you want to hit him with the pencil, Nash? Because we'll just assume you can hit him
No.
where you want. Do you want to like hit him in the
Oh.
shoulder, or do you want it to like?
Yeah, just like
Go up his nose,
It's
or-
friendly fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hit him with the pencil, and he. Good morning, everyone. How are we today?
Headache.
Very nice to see you all once again. And today, instead of, I know I still have a Victrola on the battle map, but instead of a Victrola, you see a it looks like there's a board with a sheet over it. Okay. Today we shall take in a piece of fine art. Now, before I remove the covering, try to clear your mind and leave it open. And then he pulls the sheet off with a dramatic flair. And you can see that there is an easel with a painting sitting on an easel. Look for small details. Try to feel what the artist was feeling as she painted it. I shall return shortly. I should think that 30 minutes should be sufficient, if you'll excuse me. And he gets up and he shuffles out of the room.
Do we get a visual here?
Yes. Go ahead and roll your investigation checks, though.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Anybody else?
And
Teen.
Okay.
Ah, man, me and you.
What is the picture of? Like this.
Yeah.
I'm going to describe it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
No, I want a visual aid.
Roscoe got a 6. Adaman, I can't paint. I'm sorry. Roscoe got a 6. Adaman got a 5.
Yup.
Nash got a 10.
yeah,
Tesla got a 20.
Dirty 20.
320.
And Vorty, what'd you get, Vorty?
16.
16. Okay.
You know, I'm actually like really good at everything I do.
Bards, man. Okay. The painting is of. I'm trying to describe this to someone who's never seen one before. It is a. It looks kind of like a lizard, kinda.
Like a scaly?
Kinda, but it's blue. And its
Dabba-
face is a lot
dabba-dee,
more
dabba-da?
complicated. It's got a long face with a lot of sharp teeth, and it's wearing glasses.
What the fuck? I must have seen
out
or
of-
heard something.
Out of game because I'm really bad at describing things that you've never seen before. It's a blue dragon,
Oh.
and it looks
Wearing
like it's
glasses.
Okay.
it looks like it's posing for this painting. And it's got little spectacles on.
I see.
Poser.
Adult dragon?
Ancient.
Oh, wings and everything. All right.
Hmm.
Was this supposed to be funny? Why
I-
does this creature have glasses?
Yeah, it's got to be like a joke or something.
Is it
It's
playing
kinda
poker
funny.
with its friends?
In the background, you see mounds and mounds of books.
Mountains more than the downstairs books?
Maybe if you took every book in the library and piled them up, it looks like that. Maybe like
You
that many
know.
books.
We could take our pencils. We could draw more dragons so that it does
Don't
look
you
like he plays poker.
dare!
Oh.
I slapped a pencil out of her hand. Oh,
I mean, fine, fine.
don't do that to someone else's work.
Who did this?
think
You
it's
don't
supposed to-
know.
I think it's supposed to represent.
There's
You
a little
really-
Yeah.
Tesla and Vorty, you both notice that there's a little placard on the bottom of the frame, and it says Matilda Bromley on it.
This is an original Matilda Brown. Don't mess with it.
And in quotation
Wait, am I
marks,
supposed to know who that is?
That
No.
means that she's the one who stole it, or she now owns it.
But
Oh.
in
She
quotation
wrote her
marks,
name on it.
above Matilda Bromley in quotation marks, you see the word Lazuli. So after about a half hour of looking at this painting, you can get up and walk around and look at it real close if you want to. Tesla, you find it quite striking, and you see Professor Pickman told you to try to feel what the artist was feeling, and when you look at this painting, you feel
Oh, I'm art history major. I know.
you can feel
I got
terror.
this.
You can
Oh.
you can feel
Mhm.
fright, basically, is what you feel when you look at this painting very closely.
That is not what I was gonna say.
Vorty, you appreciate it very much as well. In fact, you both get Tesla gets an A plus, Vorty gets an A. Nash, you get a B for the day, and you do find it. You like the painting. You know, you like the way it looks. You're interested in the subject, but you're not getting what Tesla and Bordy are getting from it.
You know,
Adam and Roscoe, you're like, what are we doing here? This is
Bordy's also getting the feeling of being sober.
apparently. Yeah, Adam and Roscoe, you're like, what are we doing here? Why are we? Okay, so
Roscoe
my kid could have painted that. Yeah,
thinks
that's
he
what you're
gets
thinking.
it.
Yes, you look.
Yeah, Roscoe's like,
concerned.
I got it.
You look a little concerned. Is this not funny to you? It's a beautiful, hilarious painting. I love it. I love it. But you seem sad. Or down, maybe?
I have a question that I'm excited to ask Dr. Pittman.
Well, let's hope he hurries up.
What do you want to ask?
You'll see.
But what I'm thinking, Roscoe, is that this means that the books are her treasure. So yeah, that's real cute. Yeah, this is a real happy painting. Yeah, obviously that's what we're
and
getting.
maybe like maybe books should be our treasure.
Oh yeah, we're getting it, man. See, we're gonna pass with such good grades today.
Listen,
Or
do you see
maybe
the
books lead you to
claws?
greed.
Do you see the claws and the teeth on that thing? And do you see how little those books are and compared to the size of that? Like, the thing would tower over us.
Ah, man, look at those silly glasses. That thing ain't scary. Nah, you're not getting it.
Okay,
You're totally not getting it.
those glasses are like 5 times your size.
Well, that just makes it even funnier. Yeah, you can imagine Roscoe bench pressing them glasses. Oh yeah, Roscoe.
But also
Yeah.
just how sexy lizards are in general.
Okay, well,
Your
now,
Kristen is showing.
now I've got
I'm back
a weird. Now Adam's mind is running through those circles. Like, what is going on? What? And that's another reason why he just spirals.
Well, after about 30 minutes or so of you guys looking at this painting, and Dr. Pittman shuffles back in. So, what do we think? Have any of you seen a picture like this before? Yes,
I have a
definitely.
question.
Yes.
Was the Institute originally founded by a dragon?
I was just getting to that, as a matter of fact. You see, for those of you who do not know, this is a dragon. It's an ancient and intelligent creature.
I knew that.
Sadly, due to their magical nature, they were not able to withstand the conditions inside after the rupture. We aren't sure what happened to them all. Most likely they just flew away. This one, Lazuli, was the founder and the first headmaster of this institution.
Wow.
He was a Renaissance dragon, a writer, composer, and great thinker of his time.
I love him.
This
And
painting,
a tyrant.
well, this painting was commissioned by the university because it was the one medium that he couldn't seem to grasp. It was a source of great frustration for him. Do you see the short, timid brushstrokes used by the painter, one Matilda Bromley? She was in fact terrified. He had already eaten 3 artists that had attempted to capture his essence.
I could have sworn you said breaststroke.
He ate them.
Oh yes,
Sometimes you get hungry.
I find it.
This is an
Can
allegory.
you just eat
Is this
people
real?
when you don't like them?
Is this a metaphor?
I find it fascinating that such a creature as Lazuli could be so clever and yet so violent. There is a duality there, a sort of juxtaposition.
Me, Nash, you've never had anybody be like, eat me.
Sentient beings like us are filled with complicated emotions. In this case, taken to extremes by an ancient and brilliantly cruel dragon like Lazuli. We are capable of such beauty and such horror. You can find some of his books in the library, philosophy mostly. And the singed bones of his victims in his lair, somewhere down there.
Is that what's behind the boulder, behind the tapestry in the library?
So
Sorry, I
you would
don't
say
follow
that this
you.
is a magical creature?
Yes, I would. Inherently magical, yes.
I don't think I'm
That
following.
melts.
Are you still telling me that this thing was real and this isn't just a silly paint?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Quite real.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I believe you dodged the question about the boulder.
He said
I'm
he
sorry,
doesn't know what we're talking about.
I'm sorry, a boulder?
It might have just been a strange dream. You know, Crow really whipped our asses yesterday. I'm sure I was just deeply asleep.
Oh, well, yes. I have been throwing many, many different books at you and perhaps stirring your imagination up like never before.
Professor, you admitted yourself that Lazuli was cruel, right?
Oh, yes. Quite cruel.
Do you really not see any issue with the Institute continuing to hoard this knowledge like he did, to follow in his tyrannical footsteps?
I don't see that we have much of a choice. We could leave it out in the slag, I suppose. I mean,
Well, I don't mean not to preserve it, but surely to make it accessible to any who might be interested.
Of course, we would love to do that. Make it accessible.
But
We don't get many people knocking on our door.
would you let them in if you did?
I don't know. I would have to talk to Headmaster Echo about that.
How long has Master Echo been here?
Oh, he's been here for longer than I've been alive. Quite
You
a long
don't-
time.
You don't think he knows Lazuli?
Oh, well, I'm sure he did. Before the rupture, of course.
Yes, dude.
What do we know about dragons?
Yeah, I'm assuming we
Yeah.
don't know, like, they can shapeshift and all that shit. I'm trying not to metagame this.
Yeah, that's
Thanks.
where my brain is right now
Thanks.
too. Like,
Living in
Morgan
a
was like, oh my god, is that fucking gnome actually an ancient blue dragon?
In which case, he's really mellowed out in his old age. Let's be cool.
Right, let's go with it. Let's go with it.
Yeah.
living in a society forces us to use tact at times and to push down violent impulses. I'm talking to you, Roscoe. Otherwise, the whole thing falls apart. But just try telling that to old Lazuli. He did not suffer fools lightly.
Alright.
Okay, so mechanically, let's see. Tess got an A. What'd you get for the first class, Tesla? The first culture class.
A.
Okay, so you get the keen mind feat and a +1 to wisdom.
Wow.
Holy shit.
How about you, Adam? Man, I know you failed today, but what'd you get for the first class?
I got an A.
Okay, so you got an A. All right, so then you get nothing. You get nothing from the class. No, nothing mechanically. And Nash, what'd you get the first class?
B.
You got a B in the first one and an A today? No, you got a B today.
No, I got B today again.
Okay.
One of those average, little, slightly above average student.
So you don't get the keen mind feat, but you do get a +1 to wisdom.
Okay.
Roscoe, you're in the same boat as Adam, man.
I have unfortunately failed both classes.
And how about you, Vordy?
Listen, yesterday was a blur. And the day before, too. I'm pretty sure I did well. And I totally aced today.
So did you get an A the first time too? You did get an A the first time, right?
I'm sure.
Yeah, it was music.
Great. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was music.
Okay, so you get what Tesla got. You get keen mind feat and a +1 to wisdom. That's just mechanically. And again, we can't role play out every time you have class. So that's throughout the length of your training.
Right.
Adam and Roscoe, you just really want to hit shit, you know. So not everybody's gonna be good at stuffing their nose in books and looking at pieces of art and analyzing brushstrokes and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Roscoe's trying. He's trying his best.
That's good. That's good. I mean, you might not know art, but you know what you like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's it for today. And so next time when we start, you'll be at lunch.
Awesome.
For us, it's day 3, but you know what I mean. We're gonna hit each class 2 times. That's our plan. And we're gonna be doing the combat training, and then once we're done with that, it will have consisted of 6 months overall. And
It will be a
then
tentacle.
there are secrets to find within the Institute, clearly. Okay, well, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
Hope
will see
everyone
you.
enjoyed it.
We'll see you next weekend.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bye.